And that is my concept for the genetically modified human cat mommy. Thanks for that. That reminds me, are you gonna go see that Minecraft movie?
I don't know. Minecraft isn't really my thing anymore.
It's not your thing? What the hell is wrong with you? You can build and dig and do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you can blow up villages and burn forests to the ground. What's there not to love?
Yeah, that stuff sounds great, but...
God, do I really gotta sell you on Minecraft now?
Alright, look. Am I the only one who gets fucking bored of playing Minecraft after a few hours?
You don't make it easy for people to like you, that's for sure. I understand the appeal of survival games, I think. Living out your survival fantasy, conquering nature, destroying the world for economic growth and enslaving its natives.
We have work to do.
Don't get me wrong, all that stuff sounds awesome. Really, it does. But there's a reason why I don't really care for that new Dune game coming out that also happens to be a survival game. And that's that I already know it'll bore me.
And we see that the player is starting to be affected by the spice in the air. And this means that players need to get somewhere safe, in shelter, before the spice overwhelms. So what we want to do is take the blood from our blood sac and deposit it into the blood purifier, and over time it will refine into lovely, fresh water. Flower sand, according to the books, is the softest kind of sand, and players can use it to refine it into a variety of different materials that they need for crafting. So, you want to come out into the desert, and you want to try and once we're healed, you'll see that our stamina bar in the bottom left appears. And now that we have stamina, we can climb.
It's a bit dry in here.
That's my biggest issue with this genre. I just don't really have it in me to mine or build or farm shit until 3 o'clock in the morning anymore. I know this stuff is sort of a given when going into these kinds of games. The patience, the grind.
The nether.
I understand that toil is an important aspect of survival games, but I don't play games to work. I play games to have fun. Now I know that might sound like I'm coming off as some serious asshole who dictates what's fun and what isn't, but you know what? You're goddamn right. I am the minister of fun. Or in other words, another man-child on the internet that yaps. Terraria is the best survival game, hands down. You're just a lazy bastard, aren't you?
I'm the lazy one. You have the ability to teleport whenever you want, and yet you still sit in that chair all the time.
You know what? I don't like this. You know, fuck this whole video, fuck you, and fuck Terraria while we're at it. This video is just a Minecraft hit piece in disguise, and I do not like it.
Well, I've said it before, but you're free to leave whenever.
Yeah, well, good luck making videos without your main attraction.
You're barely even in the video. He'll be back.
This video isn't meant to come off as a diss track on Minecraft if it seems that way. I don't think it's a hot take to say that Minecraft is conceptually and technically impressive. The creative problem solving it allows for is so undeniable. And I mean, with that soundtrack.
Shit.
But whenever my friends ask me to play it with them, I'll play, but in the back of my head, I'm always just waiting for us to all get bored and play something else. Yeah, I probably just lost whatever little credibility I had before saying a negative statement about the fucking block game, but I don't really find myself yearning for the mines like Jack Black. I already have a job. The last thing I want when I get off of work is to go clock in at my second job in the fucking coal mine.
It's time to stop. It's time to stop, okay? No more.
So after all of this bitching and moaning, why do I still take the time to play Subnautica? Why did I spend enough time on this game to individually put different fish inside of an aquarium that I made?
These are my Tetris. Got Kimmy, Alex Aubrey, and Jezebel in here somewhere. I don't know, she thinks she's cute.
It's a game that checks all the survival game boxes. Collecting resources, crafting, maintaining a hunger meter, and a confusing story to tag along. On paper, I should fucking hate this game. I should try waterboarding the people who made it.
Would I approve waterboarding You bet your ass I'd approve.
But this... I think this is fucking brilliant. Why? Well, admittedly, the easy answer would just be, Your Honor, the ocean is scary. I rest my case. But saying that doesn't really make this video smart or constructive, so how the fuck do you convince a person that the ocean isn't the scariest place in the world? Specifically, the deep ocean. I don't know, the beach seems alright. But as far as the deep, dark sea goes, I mean, do you make them watch a nice nature documentary narrated by David Attenborough?
A deep-sea anglerfish. Her extraordinary array of senses will detect even the faintest movement by prey tempted to her lure.
Ah shit, this is just making it worse. God, I can't even go into the deep end of a pool anymore without my mind thinking there's some big fucker underneath me. It also doesn't help that we apparently know more about the moon than our oceans. And yeah, no shit. The moon is a boring-ass rock in space designed by Todd Howard. But as for the ocean, shit like this could be living down there. You don't know. Whether you've been in the ocean or not, we're all aware of how terrifying it can be. All of the signs are there. Moving around isn't convenient. You can barely see anything down there. And there's a complete lack of gills on the human anatomy. Apes are just not meant to be down there. The ocean is the perfect place for anxiety to build, and Subnautica captures that anxious feeling through the lens of a survival game. Subnautica begins with you crash landing onto an ocean-dominated alien planet. Your goal is simple. Construct an Elon Musk rocket and escape into outer space. Why didn't Tom Hanks think of that? There's some other things happening in the background about you not being the first to be here and some kind of ancient alien bullshit, but the main incentive is always in the back of your mind. How is what I'm doing right now going to get me the hell off this nightmare world? The starting area of the game is mainly designed to remind you that you're playing a survival game. It introduces you to the basics of building and crafting.
This is a crafting table.
You learn what fish are edible and which ones are suicide bombers. But Subnautica does a great job at constantly pressuring you. You have to constantly manage your hunger, thirst, and air, so no matter what, you eventually have to leave whatever home you've built in order to survive. Being exposed to the open ocean is necessary in order to make progress. More specifically though, you're going to want to find these blueprint fragments if you ever want to actually get anywhere. Fragments are basically what you need in order to make the Jeff Bezos shit. Every time I find one, I go,
"Oh, come to daddy, you sweet little piece of technology."
I've got the submarine now, but I mostly just look at it. I'm basically on the same level as one of those douchebags who owns a yacht but never takes it out. Anyways, you're always going further and deeper out for these damn fragments, but every once in a while... This is called a Reaper Leviathan, and if the game wasn't already scary enough, they'll sure as shit make it scary. I think it's technically possible to kill them, but I'm too chicken shit to find out. It's not just that these massive snake things are fucking horrifying to look at, even though they are that. When I first encountered one, I was too shocked to even attempt escaping. I just went,
Oh, wow.
It's the knowledge that one of these things could be around you at any moment, and the fact that you can't really fight back. You can temporarily stop them with the stasis rifle in order to swim away, but that's about it. For the most part, you're insignificant. You're just a little bitch in an ocean of horrors. And that's sort of the point. You're small. In most survival games, the scariest thing that can happen to you is dying and losing all the tools you spent your time making. The horror in these games is like the equivalent of overcooking a dish. Yeah, it sucks, all that time you spent putting into making something is ruined, but it's not something that makes you suddenly fear the kitchen. Unless you're in the same kitchen as Gordon Ramsay, then it might just be a fucking war zone.
Yo, I can't even turn around and look at the dining room, I'm so fucking embarrassed! This is still your first table, that's their last! Fuck off! We haven't
The point being, you're more annoyed than you are scared, but Subnautica is different. When you die in this game, you don't lose your stuff. The only thing you lose are materials, not tools. The game doesn't want you to worry about the damn tools. It wants you to go deeper. The horror of this game didn't come from minor setbacks. It came from going deeper into the depths of infinity and being completely exposed to whatever lived inside it. It came from my mind racing with ideas of what could happen, even if nothing ever did. I think a lot of its horror comes from the little details. The cloudy draw distance, the way it gets darker the deeper you go, the lack of sound, except for the eldritch sea monsters in the background.
Let's get the hell out of there.
This kind of atmospheric horror is really hard to pull off, especially in a survival game. So I applaud you, Subnautica, for making me actually give a shit, even if that shit is in my pants. Subnautica really isn't much different from the rest of its survival game cousins. It has meters that you have to constantly manage, a heavy emphasis on base building, and a lot of time spent crafting shit. But at least the shit you craft in this game is fucking awesome. In this survival game, you're less James Franco and more James Cameron.
UV lights on. Pressure system is normal. Music on.
No budget too steep, no sea too deep. Who's that? It's him, James Cameron.
Ultimately though, it's the setting that keeps me playing. Even while this game's general horror is its strongest selling point, it's also just beautiful. The way light affects the ocean when you're underwater, the reef backs gracefully passing by, the fucking sunrises, all the different biomes, and another great soundtrack. Why do survival game soundtracks pop the fuck off? I don't know. It's a truly breathtaking game. Get it? Like how you need to take a breath of air? Like how you—
Shut up with you and your stupid fucking remarks!
From a distance, you could easily glance at this game and just see the survival game that takes place underwater. And yeah, you'd probably be right about that, but the underwater part is what totally grabs me. It adds a horrifying dimension to the survival genre by forcing you to do basic shit in the scariest place imaginable. Subnautica is a great example of what I'm willing to tolerate in order to enjoy a game. The fact that it has tedious crafting, collecting resources, a confusing sci-fi story, and a complete lack of combat. I mean, come on! Hey, Subnautica 2 devs, since you're listening for ideas from the community, here's mine. You know how there's already sorta missiles in the game? 2 words. Add nukes. That one's free. I think that's why I continue to play Subnautica after all this time. It doesn't bore me, like most survival games. It creeps me out, and that's enough to keep me playing. It's a masterclass example of how to do atmospheric horror within the confines of a survival game. It demonstrates that the best way to scare someone is by making them scare themselves. Making them think, am I safe? Or is there